Hey, good evening everybody. This is Chris LikenessMobilitySite.com. What we have here is the Palm Centro on the Sprint network, and this is the nice little red one that we have here to take a look at, and we're just going to give you a basic overview of the device and compare it against some other devices. Okay, first let me tell you a little bit about the device. It only weighs 4.2 ounces with the battery in it. It's got a pretty nice size battery in it. It's got an Intel X-Scale processor running at 312 megahertz. It's also got 128 mega RAM, 64 ROM, I think, and you can also put a micro SD card in it, which I've got bad news for you. If we go here to card info, you'll see that I have a SanDisk 8 GB micro SD card in there, but it's only reading, just under, well, right at 4 gig of it. So the manual does say that it supports only up to 4 gigs, so we're not losing out. So don't waste your money and buy the 8 gig when all you can see is 4. So anyway, let's take a look at it here. We've got your D-pad here, which is really nice. Sometimes it's easy to get your finger caught in the middle there. You push that down and then you use the outer rim of it as your D-pad. You've got the call or the power off and the hang up button, your home button, your messaging button, your calendar button, your phone button, and your talk. So like, let's see here, if you want to make a phone call, you click on that one there and you're there. You can use the numeric, which my fingers are so big, but I can actually use this. This is a really smaller keyboard. When I put this against other devices, you're going to see just how small this is. My hands aren't huge. Well, they kind of are, but anyway. So here you got your keypad, and it's a QWERTY keypad. And here in the middle, you've got your number buttons here, so you can dial in the phone application directly without actually having to use your function key or whatever. You got a couple hotkeys here, space bar. It's really pretty. Nice screen, Sprint logo, earpiece, and on the side here we got your volume slider up and down, and this button here I believe is I'm not really sure exactly what it's called, but if you hold it down you can take a voice memo. So on the side here you have your IR port, and I'll get back to this. On top you have your, you might be able to hear that, no you didn't. This is the vibrate button there. On the bottom you have your standard Palm interface there. You can use the same cradle as you do with any of the other trios that you've had in the past. Got a lanyard connector right there. We'll go back to where I was showing you there. Right there, you can't really take that off, but it looks like it opens. You have to take your battery cover off, and that is where your micro SD card goes. Slide that down and pow, and we'll take this out for you. Come on out of there. There we go. And like I said, don't use your 8 gig micro SD when it can only read 4. So I'll put a different one in there for testing. But anyway, I won't be doing the testing on this one. Actually, Cheryl, one of our longtime 5-year reviewers at Mobility Site, will be giving this one the good go around at it. So I'm having a hard time sliding the cover back on here. There we go, snaps right in. On the back we have your speaker, your vanity mirror, and your 2 megapixel camera. That's about it for the device, and let's take a look at it. And like I said, it is on the Sprint network, and we will take a look at it against some other devices here. Gathering the devices I want to compare it with, I call that the side button. I looked at the documentation. It is the side button. That is what it's called. So pretty funny there. Decided I was going to go ahead and show you. We've got this. What comes in the box. You've got your sync cable here. It goes USB to this connector down there. They also include a power adapter, which plugs in the bottom there and to the wall. Looks like a it's called the Sprint adapter. It goes from the Palm, this right there, to what looks like almost like a laptop charge. So anyway, you also got your customary big fat manual there, and Sprint's got some really attractive documentation. The quick start guide, which is right here, is a pretty good layout and get you started real quick there. So yeah, you can find that if you go buy yourself one. And where were we? Oh, I also failed to mention the battery size is 1150 milliamp hours, and this camera here is not 2 megapixels. It's only 1.3 megapixels. But let me tell you, it's very attractive. It comes in black and red. This is only $99. If you're on Sprint and you want something cute and attractive like that, that's pretty powerful, with the Palm OS on it, it's not your dumb phone, if you will. It's pretty nice phone, and you get that for $99 on Sprint, subsidized. So anyway, let's take a look. One of my favorite devices that I used for quite a long time myself on the Singular network is the Palm Trio 750. And here's your difference between those two devices there. They're pretty similar, but this one is quite a bit more narrow, as you can see there. And it's a little bit thinner. It's about the same height, but it just feels so much smaller, this one, than this Trio 750. So, but there's your little look there. Get that side view there. What else do we got here? I think everybody knows about this device. This one's been sitting dormant for a little while. I'm not even going to mention the name of it because you all know. It was I picked it as the #1 smartphone on mobility site for 2007, or mobile phone is what I call it. This was number 5. The next one I'm going to show you, the AT&T Tilt, I picked as the #2 phone of the year 2007 best of, and that is the AT&T Tilt, and it's quite a bit thicker, and if you've seen the Tilt before, you know it does that number there. But I'm not trying to sell you a Tilt, nor am I trying to sell you this one, but I'm just letting you know a little bit about it. The device I'm currently using is the Samsung Blackjack 2, and it's got that pretty crimsonish red finish on it. I'm starting to like red color phones. But this does not have a touchscreen, whereas this one does, and this is a 320 by 320 QVGA touchscreen. So this is a Windows Mobile smartphone. No touchy there. So number 3 on my list is the Nokia N95, or was it number 4? No, number 3 was the BlackBerry Curve, which I don't have. This was number 4 on my list. So we got 4 and 5 right there. Nokia N95 and the Sprint Palm Centro. So there's rumor out there that this is going to be coming in a GSM version pretty soon, or not. I'm not sure how soon, but there's been leaked pictures with an AT&T logo up there. Whether they're doctored or not, we'll never know. But anyway, let's take a look at the software a little bit. Okay, let's see here. Let's get this turned on here. Basically, this is what you got included on here. You've got my Centro, and it's just some information and so forth there. Quick tour, which is pretty cool. It tells you a little bit about the device. I really like the way Palm does that to, basically get people familiarized with the devices. It's got some bonus features, and that's the same thing from my Centro. Bluetooth setup, camcorder, calendar, calculator. See how that looks there. You can use it on screen, or you can use the buttons here. Let's get out of there. Calendar. Let's see. And I will tell you, I'm moving around pretty decently in here, but I am not much of an expert on the Palm OS, which is called Access now. Hence, Access powered. Let's see here. Card info, I showed you that. There's no card in here now because you watched me take it out. Oops, wrong button there. Let's get back to home. Camera. Pretty nice looking camera software there. And you can see my hand under there. Like I said, though, it's only a 1.3 megapixel camera, which is kind of disappointing. But on a $99 phone, what can you really expect, right? License agreement. This was what was the name of that? I forgot to. It just says documents, and it looks like from the icon that it will open up Windows mobile device or Windows, Word, Excel, so forth. Yes, that's what I was hoping for. And it's just a document reader. Not sure if you can edit or not with it yet. You'd have to do some research. Downloads, email, voicemails about the form of initial setup. No, I don't want to do that. I'll ruin it for Cheryl there. Get email, Sprint email. Google Maps. I don't have a real good connection here, so I'm not sure if this demo is going to do much for you. But let's see there. I can't see how many bars I got right now, but I didn't have, well, that's coming up pretty decently. So we can, you're familiar with Google Maps, so I don't really have to show you that. But Hot Sync, you know what that is if you're a Palm person. Memos, IM, this will allow you to check or to chat with Yahoo, MSN, and AOL, I believe. Messaging, on demand, phone. That's where you can dial up. You can dial down here on the keypad. 6555, or up here 6666 6669. Glad I actually went with the 9 there. So we'll cancel out of that, or get out of that. Oh, here, this is pretty neat. You probably already know this if you're a Palm person, but if you hit the toggle the home button, you can toggle between the subcategories or you can go, like I like to have it at all on the front. Where we get pics and videos, preferences. You can go in here and set up all your preferences. P-Tunes, which is the media player. Sprint Source, Sound, Security, Sprint TV, Sudoku, or however you pronounce it. That sounded funny, I'm sorry. Tasks, don't forget to register. Go back down there. Where am I going? Voice memo, which you can activate as well by holding down that button there and starting the voice memo there. Or you can go right here. Web, world clock, and you can click on web. It's using Blazor, I think. Let's see, I got it written down here, 4.58. So, get out of there. World clock. One other thing I want to show you here, and I might be able to get this to work since I've got halfway decent signal, is Sprint TV. And where was that? I know I've passed it. Sprint TV here. I was checking this out earlier today, and I was quite impressed. I was actually not here at home though. I was on the road and had a whole lot better video signal. So we'll go just a second here. It's gonna count down. We'll go to Sprint TV. Let's just do Fox American Dad. I clicked it. Oh, it's requesting, I'm sorry. Connecting, requesting. Like I said, let me remind you, this is a very cute phone. It's not as small as it feels in your hand. There is a problem with the server. Please try again later. It probably won't connect because if you look here, I barely have a bar. So, anyway. But yeah, this is the Sprint version of the Palm Centro, which is the only version out right now. And like I said, there might be a GSM version in the works. Rumors having us say that. It comes in black or red here, and I really like the red. And it's going to retail, or it does retail. This came out about a month and a half, 2 months ago. It retails for $99, subsidized on Sprint. It is a CDMA phone. There is no SIM card. You're not going to be able to unlock it and carry it over to Singular or T-Mobile in the US. It's got 1150 milliamp hour battery, and there's my email again on my Blackjack 2. Takes a micro SD card. Anyway, you can read all that online somewhere, but this was your first look. It's a really nice looking device. My name is Chris Leckness, mobilitysite.com. Check us out for the full review in a couple weeks. Cheryl should have that written up and put online. Have a good one.